Max, welcome to the SAINTCON Hallway.
Thank you. I thought you were joking. I didn't know this was a thing.
I mean, it's only a thing here at the conference, but I've been lucky enough to have most our premier speakers and keynotes come sit and chat with me.
Look at you. Well, in my defense, I think everything you say is a joke because it
Well-
is impossible to tell because you keep a straight face when you are joking and when you're serious, it's the same. So
I'll take it as a compliment.
it's a compliment.
Do you have a hacker handle
No.
or ever have?
I tried to come up with one a few years ago and I can't remember what the iterations of that were, but I remember they were laughable and then I just didn't.
Well, now you got to think on it because I need to know at this point. when you could pick your own email address or gamer handle or whatever it was, what did you pick?
Oh my God. Well, so born in 88, so when I was about 13, MSN emails were a big thing. And every girl at school we all picked the same thing. It was our names plus 69, but I didn't know what 69 meant. So I was like, yep, I'll do it. And I've still got the email and I do laugh every time I log in, but yeah, Max.
You still have an MSN email address from the early 90s?
Yeah. But
did you use the chat ASL?
69.
Was that the thing?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
What? Yeah,
ASL.
we did.
That's how it always was.
It was good.
I use that a lot.
Those were the good days.
The cybers. How'd you get into the cybers? Listen, I've heard some of your background, and it is wild.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain people you hear what they've done. You're like, these are like, they've lived like 6 lifetimes.
Yes.
So I understand that it wasn't all cybers, but like maybe it's worth just doing a touch on like that LinkedIn resume because yours is like super interesting.
Thank you. I don't know if you're joking because you're.
No, I'm being totally serious right now.
I remember. So I grew up in Dundee, Scotland, and I remember thinking, okay, I'm gonna have the most interesting life that I can have because everyone around me, and I think probably Scotland wide, UK wide, you could probably find it anywhere. Only had regrets. I wish I'd done this, or when I was your age, I thought I would do this, and I was thinking, but why didn't you do it? You just go and do it, right?
Because it's scary and hard and costs money.
Yeah,
like there's lots of reasons why people don't do stuff.
Well, I like the illusion of control though, so I was like, well, I'll do what I want to do, and that's
Manifest destiny. I'm making this happen.
That's why, like up until now, we've not had children because they're the one thing that
wild card.
You can't be selfish. Well, you shouldn't be selfish.
And you're here for them, not forcing them to do stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And so I was like, well, fuck that. I'm not doing that. Because Mom's like, well, if I didn't
just
have
expensive dogs instead.
Yeah.
We'll get to that at the end.
Oh, God. I'd be willing to pay a large ransom for that dog, but you'll pay more on dog food.
Putting that on a recording.
But yeah, so I went, like, long story, probably more shittily told. I wanted a job where I could travel, left home at 15. And I left school at 15, so I had no credentials, nothing. Then I ended up, don't ask how, but I ended up, some dodgy things happened, ended up working offshore.
You can't say those things and not tell. Now I want to know those things. Yeah.
Here's what happened. So I was like, I wanted a job where I could travel, and I was like committed to that. I just wanted out of where I was. And I'd applied to be a Disney princess at some point. Yeah,
this sounds like we just invented your hacker handle.
Please,
Disney
God, no.
Princess.
Fiona, that's true.
Fiona?
So
what, Shrek? Is that what you just threw down? Gosh.
But then
That's DreamWorks Princess to you.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well done. Which is a good book. If you've ever read the Michael Eisner book on Disney, it touches on DreamWorks and Shrek and who he is in Shrek. Tangential. So, wanted a job where I could travel. I ended up working offshore. And how I got there was I called around every company almost on Earth, every oil and gas company across the world.
Do you need a Disney princess?
Yeah. Do you need? Yeah, almost.
Oil and gas company.
I had no background, but I was sort of interested because I heard that you could travel and you got paid a lot. So then I found this company in Norway. And they said we build and we rent out ROVs, remotely operated vehicles, to different companies. And if you have your PPL, your private pilot's license, we'll take you on and we'll teach you the technical side of it. But in order to, like, quote unquote, fly them, they go subsea. In order to fly them, your PPL is like quite a good way to show us that you could handle like a, sometimes 1 to 100 ton machine off the back
And
of the
clearly
boat.
initiative and willing to put in
Yeah.
work. And
So I went to Barclays Bank, and I hope to God they never see this, but I went to Barclays Bank in the UK and I got a career loan, £10,000. And then I took that, went and got my PPL, went back to them, doing the crash course, as we call it.
You just jumped right
accelerator.
into a PPL.
Yeah, I was like,
you have no other
let's do it.
pre-training. You just like
None.
a school. I'm
Yeah.
gonna fly this thing in the ocean.
I have no fear. It's my biggest flaw and my biggest strength.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, fuck it. Can you do it? I can fucking do that. And that's how you die with me. So
Foreshadowing much?
yeah. Don't get in any vehicle.
I've been in some countries with you wandering around. Maybe I should
no,
be.
Don't. You've seen me walk into fucking traffic cones, but you think I can fly a plane safely? So I went back to the company and I was like, got PPL, blah, 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 Cessnas. And they're like, no. Subtext, no, you fucking idiot. Sorry for swearing. Your PPL for helicopters. And I was like, mother.
Would have been nice to know.
But you couldn't have said that. And they're like, didn't we say it's like handling a helicopter? I was like, I don't think that was said. So I went back. I changed my name from my mum's name, which I'd carried my entire life, to my dad's name. And then I went back to Barclays Bank, hat on.
Reapply.
And I was like, can I have a £10,000 career loan? Went back, took the PPL.
So they thought you're two separate people.
Two separate, but now I'm owing them £20,000. And so
the other person does.
Yeah. I am one of these people, and I'm still not giving you that money back. I paid them. So that's how I got offshore, and I worked offshore for about a decade. And in between that, I was doing a few things. So I'd eventually come to live in the States because I was working mainly in Venezuela, Nigeria, a couple other places, but had ended up in Venezuela, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to live here. I'm going to die. But it was 20 cents to fill your gas tank. So I was like, oh, I would die, but die on a long road trip. So anyway, I ended up going to live in Miami. I hated it because I don't tan, obviously, and I don't party. I never take drugs. I drink a lot, but I'm Scottish, so
I don't party. I just drink a lot.
Drink a lot for my health. And so I ended up living in Los Angeles. And when I was in Los Angeles, I was doing some stunt work for some independent.
Sure, stunt work.
movies.
Yeah,
Of
you're
course.
like, you know what?
I was like, can you do that? I can do that.
I've flown a helicopter before. So
Yeah.
how about we jump out of an exploding helicopter?
Then I went and done like car stunt work. Like
You can do that?
just took a car. I can do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he can do that.
Yeah, and I can do it with heels on. So I'm gonna do it. If I
You
can
did
do
it with heels
I can
on?
do it. Yeah. There's because like if you're stunting for a guy, then fine. But if you're stunting for a girl, you
Try to
in
look
what
like
she's
them.
dressed in.
Yeah.
And I'm like hanging off a building.
Sounds dangerous.
It was great though, and it sort of set me up nicely. So I'd been working offshore for 10 years, a little bit of this and that in between, and I'd also racked up a few long distance degrees because I'd left school at 15.
Sure, in your free time. Yeah.
Yeah, and my
Most people just don't. When they're partying, they're just partying.
yep. I don't party. I just
Yeah, but
drink.
All right, that sounds like a very thing to say from where you're born from.
But yeah, so then I was starting to think like maybe offshore I wasn't going to do it forever, and so I ended up going to work for PwC, very grown-up company, my first grown-up job.
Suits on, less stunts, less exploding.
You show up, there's no fun. There's absolutely no fun. It's it's where your self-esteem and autonomy is to die.
But that's who you've been, and if they can do that,
and if I can do it, so I was introduced to like pen testing and social engineering, red teaming at the same time, all at the same place, and I was like, this is right, because now I've got stunt work, and I've got a degree in computer science. So I was like, this is great. And then for a few years, I was doing social engineering, red teaming, pen testing. My skills are not best placed in pen testing. Like I should never have actually been in the logical part of that. Red teaming, sure. Social engineering, sure. I probably should have been on the threat hunting side of things. But you don't know what you don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, I done that for a few years. I wrote a book, and
of course, because somebody else
can do it. I can do it.
Write a book. Why not?
Well, here's the other thing. Like little bit of my, I guess, own brand of mental gymnastics. I kind of always
It's one of my
think
favorite terms, by the way.
mental gymnastics. Yeah. Well, you're gonna love this. Actually, well, here's I guess the preface to that. I have always thought like I will functionally live max 70 years. I might live till I'm 90, but functionally I've got 70 years if I do two interesting things a year. It's 140 interesting things in a lifetime, and that just seems like a small number. I'm gonna do those, but I would also like to do more than those, if possible. And so far I've managed, per my own definition of interesting, right? But so far I've managed that, and no sort of regrets. And I also have recently gotten into at least reading about, and where I can sort of take on the tenets of it, I've gotten into Stoicism. So I kind of like the thought of, you know, calm in all situations and seeing it for what it is, and never sort of, when I feel sad now, I'm like, yeah, but I'm not sad all the way through. And then you get this like little perspective and this little glimmer of things aren't actually as you see them all the time. And one of my biggest things, and it drives my partner crazy, it drives everybody I know crazy, is your feelings aren't that important. Like, and I know it's crazy to say, but like your feelings aren't that important, and they shouldn't decide your actions. You cannot trust your feelings. They always change. That is the definition of a feeling, right? It's completely irrational, and it could be positive and it could be negative, but it's completely irrational at all times. And so I try to intellectualize my feelings, and it doesn't always work. But when it does, I kind of get a little bit more enjoyment of life, which now I'm talking about enjoyment at the same time as not talking about feelings. So it's not clean, but it's just an interesting way to get through life. So I'm kind of enjoying that just now. How did I get here? What were we talking about? What was your question?
We were talking about cybers.
Okay, yeah. So that's how I got into cyber. Worked offshore for a long time. And then
Social engineering, pen testing.
Social engineering, pen testing, PwC. Came back to the States, worked in social engineering strictly for a while. And then I'd taken some contracting jobs at the end of like a tenure for social engineering job, and it was an internal company, hyperscaler, that we've all heard of and use every day, and recently had an outage. And there's no clues there.
I don't know.
But we'd gotten into a data center with their internal team, and I was sort of thinking, it was such a big deal. It was a huge deal because of what they were housing there. And I was like, yeah, it was the intersection of a couple of disciplines come together. Underwater engineering, which I'd done for 10 years. And then sort of this security mindset that I'd adopted.
Which we kind of glossed over that. An underwater engineer. Yeah.
An underwater engineer, yeah.
Just making sure that was...
Everything you touch comes from the subsea environment. The, keypad on your computer, the rubber on our soles, the plastics, everything is a petrochemical. That's why we can't get away from it. So everybody's like, oh, well, we just need to electrify cars. Oh, maybe, but unless you're in California, by the way, you're charging your car, it came from fossil fuels.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a nice thing to work towards, but we're not there, and it's not all greed either. There's sort of 4 pillars of society: cement, steel, ammonia, and plastics. And without those 4 things, it is impossible to live. We couldn't build ammonia, we couldn't feed people. Plastics, go to a hospital and tell me what's not plastic, from the IV bag to the floor to the sheets.
Every disposable thing.
Yeah. So
probably most our clothes.
All of our clothes, yeah, petrochemicals. So it's not just corporate greed, it is necessity just now. So underwater engineer, everything comes from the subsea environment. And so it was these 2 things, there's the intersection of those 2 things. And I was like, fuck it, it's such a big deal that we got in here. Through the sewers, by the way, not glamorous moment. Covered in things.
Through the sewers.
Then
that's why nobody had done it before.
That's why they were like,
all right, we'll put a grate on it.
And I was like, yeah, that was you're like, you should grate that. Because when you go
take a shower.
Yeah. I was like, could we turn on the sprinklers? Fuck the servers. Can we turn on? I'm covered in shit. So yeah, we
That's commitment to job.
Thank
Just
you.
you or like a whole bunch of people?
Everybody.
Oh,
because they had to follow. But because
I was gonna say, who is the person? Because the leader's the one. There's somebody comes up with an idea.
Yeah.
which is the wild idea, but they're not a leader yet until somebody follows them.
Yes, that's so true.
That was your idea?
It was my idea. And
to this day, they're sitting in some room like, remember that time?
Yeah, like they
I got convinced to go through a sewer.
They can't walk past the portal with it. It's like, yeah, that was fun. We did have some like PP, but you're still. So, so good job. And I was just standing there going, if this is such a big deal, just put them underwater. And it was just the intersection of those two things. And then I started my...
You're like, I wouldn't have to climb through crap.
Yeah.
I could just go through the ocean.
Yes. Like, and you know, if you're a nation state actor, then...
Much harder.
Yeah.
You need divers and specialties.
You need divers, you need an ROV.
Pen test divers.
Yeah.
That's a weird niche.
Yeah.
That's like somebody who has underwater network infrastructure and a pen tester. That's a weird niche. How many of those are in the world?
There's me.
Can't be a high number.
But no, so it was that. And
so then you just started building out data centers in the ocean.
Yeah, modular. And
because why not? Because if they could.
There's already stuff underwater, and if you can put it underwater, I can put it underwater.
Sounds.
And I know how to compensate against the pressure of water, so fuck it, damn it goes.
I don't, and some billionaires don't. I learned.
Yeah,
so.
no, it's hard to convince. It's very hard to convince people to do it, but we're slowly getting there. We're hitting that adoption curve, but it's interesting. It's one of my interesting things when I'm 80 or 90 on my deathbed. And my grandchildren are there.
I climbed through the sewer.
Yeah.
And I came out with data centers in the ocean.
Yeah.
They'd be like, okay, Grandma, go to sleep.
Shh, it's okay. It's okay. Just go to bed.
Eat your pudding.
Yeah.
Play with your trains.
Yeah. So that's how I got.
So what's next for you? What's the next thing that you saw and you're like, if they could do it?
I can do it. I'm writing another book.
Sure, because,
Free time.
who doesn't?
Who doesn't? You got a computer, you can write a book.
Yeah.
I'm not saying my book will be good. I'm saying I will write
Was your last book good?
It was all right.
Did other people think it was good?
I don't ask. It's much the same as not wanting to hear your own voice on audio.
I'll make sure I send you this link.
No, I don't know. The book was the sort of premise of it is how to think like an attacker, not what to think, but maybe what to think about, but sort of how to think. And it's very mischievous, and I sort of enjoyed writing it. But I had 8 weeks to write it in.
Because of course, everybody has only 8 weeks to write a book.
Once the publisher was like, "Can you do it in 8 weeks?" I was like, "I'll do it in 7." And then I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have a stroke." But yeah, so I'm enjoying that though. I'm writing a book. I'm starting sort of a blog that is people are gonna yawn, but it's sort of AI security based. Because I'm very interested in it. It's a side.
What's security? I haven't heard of that.
So it's things like. So my first sort of, it's going to have some articles, but they're going to be here and there, and then a weekly sort of newsletter on kind of
what's the domain? You going to plug it?
It's probably just going to be maxiereynolds.com because I'm very, very original.
Hacker handle.
Yeah.
Disney Princess Fiona / DreamWorks.
I know I won't. But yeah, so tokens just now. You know how if you put, do you know how? I've never, but I'm just saying, there are some people I've read things about if you're like, how to make a bomb. It's like, I can't tell you. Max, why are you asking again? I can't tell you. But if you kind of, because it's token based, if you put an X, if you bookend each word with just out of place characters, it will tell you.
Yeah.
So little things like
escapes.
That. But yeah, exactly. So I'm sort of interested in that and following that. And I've got some thinking around it. And then also I've got some insight into things like the circular economy just now in terms of AI. It is a bubble. It's not to say that it will go away. Like the .com bubble didn't stop the internet, right?
Right.
But we are
took a nice punch.
Yeah, it took a nice punch, and I think we might be on track for that in AI, depending on what the ROIs look like in a year and 3 years' time.
I mean, they're all spending like it's going to hockey stick.
Yes.
And if they can speak that into existence by the spending, then it might be okay. But if they can't, the amount of money going to these data centers and the value from it does not work unless they can manufacture this into existence.
Well, and data centers used to be a real estate issue,
Now it's underwater.
And now it's underwater, so it's a sediment
No
issue.
more sewers. Just well sewers.
Out. Yeah, there we go. No, I think it used to be a real estate issue, and you used to give the hyperscalers 7 to 10 year leases, and now they're like, well, we don't want that because GPUs last for 2 to 3. And whilst that's kind of true, like the best last bit, CPUs, when they cycle out, we use them. We just use them for other things, and I think the same will be true of GPUs. We just won't use them for the pinnacle work. We'll use them for the underlying work.
But they got to build out all the power.
It's the power. It's the power. And Jeff Moss and I had a rigorous debate yesterday on. We totally disagree, and I love to disagree with
That's
Jeff.
great.
Yeah, because
if everybody agrees with you, you're in the wrong place. Yeah.
yeah. But we were talking about. He was like, oh well, nuclear doesn't. It's not sort of sufficient. And I was like, it's more than sufficient in terms of like these things. And he's like, no, it's all about renewables and wind. And I was like, but here are the technical hurdles. And he's like, yeah, we'll solve them. I'm like, yeah, we will, but not in 3 years. And so we sort of gone to debate about that. But I think energy is the only like limiting factor.
But we don't get more efficient unless we have to.
Exactly. We don't.
Right? We're not going to optimize things.
No.
We're not going to improve them. But when we have to, if it's constrained because it's not feasible or money,
yes.
then people are like, oh, yeah, 20% increase by doing this.
Yeah.
Which has been there for a long time, but there's no pressure or catalyst to do it.
Necessity is the mother of invention.
Yeah.
And that's why we do things. I think, it's sort of an interesting world problem that we have that way, where it just happens to be that if there's no ROI, it's really not getting done. And there's an author, Václav Smil, very interesting thoughts on the world. He has a book called How the World Really Works, and I think it sort of should be required reading, but I do recommend it to everyone. And one of the things I heard him say once was, well, okay, so you want to do carbon, like you want to sequester carbon and pump it? Well, okay, first of all, how do you keep that underground? You don't want to walk your kid to school nor your dog out if you live beside that.
Right.
And who's paying to put it down? Because there's absolutely no ROI on that. Whereas oil, there's a huge ROI on it, so we'll pay to pump it up. And it's up. I don't think that sequestering carbon is the right method at all, technically speaking. But let's say that it was, it wouldn't happen. There's no ROI.
Right.
So we only do things where it benefits pockets and people, but
mostly pockets.
But mostly pockets.
We put down people for pockets, and unfortunately.
Yes. Yeah. And it's hard culturally when even you're running a company to always put people before profit.
Yep.
You have to be steadfast.
And it's harder.
And
everything's harder.
Everything's harder.
Like it's easier and harder. It's harder from making money in sustainable business.
Much.
It's easier with, I guess it depends on where your ethics lie and your heart lies, but it's easier to take care of your employees when they have problems.
And it's easier to keep them.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's difficult to fight. So
you will be less rich.
Oh, much less rich.
Yeah.
Much. And also there are other things, like I have different battles. There are like these meta battles that they're noise, but people have decided they're important, but I think those people are sort of looking the wrong way. So I've these huge fights with external forces to my company about DEI. And I'm like, I have the most diverse workforce. They're mainly white men, but brave. Like the whole, like, it's diverse if we look different. Sure, it is, but it might not be helpful. I can help educate any subset of the population, but there happen to be white male subsea engineers in the world, and there aren't that many subsea engineers in the world. I've got to
your pie chart is
and there is diversity. There's different backgrounds, and we shouldn't stop people from being able to have different backgrounds, no matter what they look like. I think that's the real fight. But so there are a lot of hurdles when you're an employer that are not. When you're running a company, when you're running a conference, it is problem solving. There's no other job. That is your job, is to problem solve. And it's really difficult to solve those sorts of problems when you can't, there's no debate. It is, no, you're wrong and now you're racist. And it's like, how did that happen? How did you get there so quickly?
Yeah. What's the pain? Let's have a conversation based around the pain.
Yeah.
Because I'm probably wrong in some aspects, and they might be wrong in some aspects. But if you hardline something, it becomes much harder to just even know what they really mean.
Yes.
How to even meet anybody in the middle. How to even have that conversation.
Yeah. It's really hard to meet in the middle, which I do. There are most things, unless it's very technical and it's an absolute, most things I want my mind changed on. I want information. I always want information, but then it's not an informational, intellectual debate. It is no, you're wrong. And not only are you wrong, but you're bad. It's like, how did that happen? Yeah. So it's interesting.
First time at SAINTCON?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think so far?
I love it. I was just saying to Grifter, like, I love this. This is like properly nerdy and properly nerdy.
That's the new tagline.
It's
properly nerdy.
It's properly nerdy. Like, I think all of this seems to be the same subset of the population that goes to DEF CON, but DEF CON's got this like more showy vibe that it's sort of grown itself into. This is like reduced a little bit in terms of it's not performative. No one here is performative, and I can't find any status groups here. You know, you immediately walk into some of the other conferences and it's like people whispering, oh, that person this and that person that. None of that here. Everybody is grounded. No one's looking for like cachet status. So I really like that. It's
That's
really
actually
well done.
one of the reasons I do this interviews with our keynote and premiere is like, they're not on pedestals.
Yeah.
Pull them down, man. We are all just individuals.
Yeah. And do you think that is the sort of message that people get when they watch?
So to the next question, what's something what's a hobby or something that they can come and chat with you about that you build a commonality and maybe they're scared to approach you because they think you are on a pedestal because your life has been everything.
If only. That's a good one. So
Stoicism
for sure.
Stunt driving. Helicopters.
If you're like
sewage.
Don't have sewage. Oh, please bring some.
Disney princess.
No, don't talk to me about that. I'll deny it. I think, I don't know. I love factoids. I love a lot of facts. I love a technical debate. You're always welcome to come up to me about that. I like. Honestly, I don't. Here's the things I'm not interested in discussing, which is probably the right way to do it. Religion. That's the main one. I don't want to have a debate about it. And each to their own. Politics depends on the day, but I kind of don't want to talk about politics. I don't engage. I don't watch.
Each of these topics you're saying are the ones that a lot of people jump to. You're wrong and you're bad real quick.
Yeah, you're wrong and you're bad real quick. DEI, I'm willing to have like solid debates on it. But if you're
so we're not talking about horses or you like to draw or whatever. You're going. All your things are deep in.
Well, no, what I'm saying is don't talk to me about religion, politics. Talk to me about anything else, superficial or not.
But that's nothing for them to hook onto. They're not gonna walk up. What random thing? What's a hobby?
Hope you know me. It's
knitting,
whiskey.
crocheting. What is it?
I like whiskey.
Okay, there we go. We found one. Whiskey.
It's not good enough.
Well, it is for a lot of people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Whiskey.
It's in the population. Come up and chat about whiskey.
Yeah.
Favorite one. What's your favorite whiskey?
Macallan.
Unlimited money in the world. What's the whiskey?
Still Macallan.
Macallan. Okay.
Yeah. Yours? You never.
I used to. I don't drink no more.
I know. It's sad. I have tried to convince you many times. No, nothing.
No. Fortunately or unfortunately, I've had the experience of being drunk too many times to know that I do not want to be that person.
But you stopped like 10 years ago?
Right around when my daughter was born. So she's 16. That's wild.
Didn't you get a case of wine for your daughter's like when she was born and it got sent?
No, that's somebody else.
Cut that out.
Cut it. No, we'll leave it.
Cut that out. But when somebody sees that.
But me and my wife used to have parties and stuff. And then, I'm too old for that now. I'm old enough to know that I don't care if I'm wrong or to argue with people to prove I'm right. And also smart enough now to know like I don't need that and And it's not like a what if. It's just like, no,
No,
I don't
want
need that.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't even drink carbonation or soda or anything.
You know,
So.
neither do I. I don't enjoy
That doesn't get me drunk, but I still don't like it.
Do you drink coffee? Are you water?
Nope. I don't even like the smell of coffee. Mostly just water. 99% water. Sometimes a juice here or there.
My breath must be.
Just water.
Do not come near me because
It's not.
I only drink
You
coffee.
know what I'm talking about? Like in the aisles or the coffee
Yeah.
shops. Like I can tolerate it,
But no.
it's not like
What's your vice? What do you do?
I work too much. I'm trying to work on
Working less?
time blocking better, spending more time with the family,
Yeah.
actually mentally being there, being present.
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to focus. We're not paid for our laying tile and you get done and there's no tile to lay and you can take that break, right?
Yeah.
Like the jobs of those, I'm being paid for my brain.
Yes.
And so when I'm done working, it's hard to stop that working.
Yeah.
It makes me an excellent employee. I am
Yes.
one of the best employees you
Yeah.
could ask for, but sometimes I will be there and not as present as I know I should or could be.
How to mitigate that though? Is it a mental thing that you have to do to get out of that, or is it like brick the phone? What do you?
All of the above.
Yeah.
Try everything. Accountability buddies. People are going to follow up on how that thing went. How was your percent score from last time?
Yeah.
Accountability buddies weirdly work great for me. They don't even really have to follow up. They just have to agree they will be. And at some point when I know they might, I don't want to tell them I did worse. And so that's good for me. So it's just trying to improve that.
But let me ask you this.
Yeah.
So you're at home,
Mhm.
you have work on your mind, but you also have your kids on your mind, your wife. They aren't privy to your internal thinking. They don't actually know. If you seem present and you're, for the most part, in your brain present, if it's 50, 60, 70%, is it something that you have to work on? Are you looking for 100% here, switch 100%
No,
there?
it's like one of the greatest things to some of my kids is Roblox right now, right? Like and so they'll want me to sit behind them and watch them play.
Yeah.
And in my head's like, there's zero value in this.
Correct, yeah.
There's nothing out
The
of this.
opportunity cost.
This is only your 1 hour that you get anyway, but I don't want to do this. My mind, if I perceive something as low value, then
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But then I'm smart enough to go, but any time with my kids is value. And the thing that they care about, I should care about. And
Yeah.
so then it's this, I'm sitting there for that time. And at the end of it, they might have asked me 20 questions I've answered, but
Yeah.
I don't recall. I'm not
Yeah.
present. I'm not present.
Yeah.
So it's just a conflict between focus. You're here for them. It's not always about quality time. Quantity matters.
Quantity does matter. There's commodity time for sure. Every school run you don't have to be on but you should do some of them. But there is, I guess,
Yeah.
how to decipher between quality time, which is required, and then quantity, so that they remember you were there and you give them no trauma. And
When they align,
yes,
the
but
thing
when
they
this-
want to do, and I see it as value, educational, learning, training,
Yeah.
I'm excellent.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But then you're teaching them that.
Yeah.
That every time that you step out in 100% with them, they, I'm sure, sense that, and then it becomes something that they want to do. So now you're rearing, because you're not.
Or they
raising
don't because I
kids.
overteach.
Yeah.
Stop,
Yeah.
Dad. Nobody cares.
They will. That's
This
what
is
they'll
annoying as
remember.
hell.
They'll remember that when they're older. Yeah.
Anyway, that's my current right at the moment.
Yeah.
Trying to work less.
Trying to work less. I'm trying to work more. But I don't have kids.
5 kids.
That's wild.
Small Utah family.
Army.
Small Utah family.
So, yeah, fair enough. I have a dog who takes up a lot of my time.
And this dog was definitely not a designer dog. Definitely was cheap.
Very, very.
I
cheap
heard
dog.
some parts of this. This dog was
$5,000.
Oh my
Worth
gosh.
every penny. How much do you pay to bring your kids into the world?
That's fair.
I'm trying to defend it.
You know,
It's
to be fair,
indefensible.
dog is $5K is sounds expensive. It is expensive.
It does. It
But
does.
the ongoing cost of that dog through its life greater than cost of dog. Food, vet
$500 a
bills, your time with it, taking it out, the opportunity cost of
Dog,
going
yeah.
for walks. The dog is, you will spend more on that dog
Than a child.
than $5,000.
Yeah.
I'm saying
Oh yeah.
the OPEX is more than the CAPEX.
Yes.
Yeah.
But he saved me a lot in therapy. So.
Oh, yeah.
It's-
Nothing like that
No, but
dopamine hit.
He is a little dickhead. He is. He is a little dickhead though, and something like, "Meh," but he.
Name's Fiona.
His name is I've got nothing smart to say on that.
You don't have to say the name because it's
I
probably
won't.
your reset password.
It's he's in the book. Oslo. But
Oslo.
he's a little bastard, and I was, well, not me personally, but his my co-dog parent, $60,000 into training. And it's like set, and he's like, "Fuck you."
I was joking about the OPEX CapEx.
No,
but,
it's brutal.
Whoa, that OPEX.
Yeah, no, it's wild. And then,
and at the end of this 60, it's still a dickhead.
He's more of a dickhead.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
But he's fine. He can run fast, and he's
One star review to that company or what?
yeah. And oh god, I fucking shoot. I was like, I didn't want a dog that shed.
You got a shedder.
He doesn't shed.
Oh, good.
I didn't want a dog that barked. He never fucking stops. She was like, no, they never bark. They're very vocal. I was like, what's vocal? She was like, he'll like.
It's like
grunt.
barking.
It's like barking, but louder. And I was like,
oh, gosh.
But when I got him, yeah, dogs, we don't deserve them.
Yeah,
but
fair.
also I don't know if I deserve this. He is a lot. But I'm also not a good dog owner because around children, I become like military. Put that in the room, do this, like, because my brain immediately clicks into
Tasks
raising.
to do. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're not raising children, you're raising adults.
Yeah, you're running through your process.
My dog will be
At
exactly
that age,
who he is
in mental age for
the
Ever.
next, yeah. But yeah.
They do chill out though. They
He's
slow
5,
down. They
so
chill
he's
out.
slowed.
Year 4-ish for my dogs. Somewhere in there, they become like adults, I guess.
Me as an adult, that's what he looks like. He's me as an adult. He's
Yeah.
not you as an adult.
That's fair.
He's me as an adult.
So
He
it
is
didn't chill out. It's just
he's not-
drinking all the time.
It could be because I give him whiskey. No, he's
Here you go. Oslo.
yummy, yummy. No.
Why are you so mean all the time?
Stop showering?
Quit hitting me.
Yeah, he does hit me though. He does. He comes out with his paw and he's like whack.
Is Oslo
Like, yeah,
a person, and are you safe at home?
I'm not so.
Because
Well, sometimes
this
if you're
sounds a
not.
little bit like I have a friend.
No, if anybody was gonna be domestically violent, could be me.
It's you. You're
Would be me.
It's
Everyone.
me.
No,
It's
yeah.
me or the Crow Man.
I'm actually amazing.
We'll leave it at that.
Talk to me about the Crow Man. There we go.
There you go.
You see me? Come talk to me about Crow Man. No.
Well, we're grateful
Thank
you came
you.
out here to SAINTCON.
Thank
Thank you for taking the time to talk with me in SAINTCON Hallway. Hope you enjoy the rest of the con and look
great.
forward to stumbling around the world with you at some
Yeah.
other future place.
London.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be drunk.
Sounds great.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.